prisons are such a tough place to be in. The only way that you can survive there is if you get patronage. And I think one of the things that we've learned by studying or interviewing people that I've spoken with inside is that people buy patronage by being nice to the dadas of prison. And so that is why you see various gangs that operate within prisons, and they're over there. So they have their own setups. For example, the food is so terrible over there that a lot of the gangs and established people, they have an understanding with prison authorities to maybe get a little better food or cook their own food. So if you're nice to the big dada in prison, then you'll maybe get advantage and become part of their system. Well, obviously it is with complicity of jail officials. The only people who are inside and who have access to phones, who have access to outside world are the prison authorities, right? And so, of course, they're all, and we know that prison officials are people who have a very modest, perhaps inadequate income. Or even if they had adequate, it wouldn't, they are open to inducements and bribes and things like that. So the system, and also you have lots of other people coming in, right? So if it's not the jail officials, you also have the staff running the hospital authorities, right? We know for the hospital authorities, they have access to drugs, and that for people who are inside jails, and we know in Punjab jails especially, the drug problem is humongous. And so a lot of these people are open to corruption in that way, right? It could be threats, or it could be inducements, bribes, and so that's how it is. And of course, when you read through jail reports and things like that, you know that there are established systems. So a lot of the people, in order to get word through, suppose there's a raid, like the way to stop all of this is to constantly raid the inmates, and every time they're raided, they find whether it's little weapons, which are not really weapons, but they take maybe spoons and other things and weaponize them. They sharpen them so they become weapons. Or people throw in phones for usage by the inmates. No, it's actually, if we didn't know about and we hadn't seen instances of it, we won't think it's true at all, right? We won't think that it's impossible to order a hit from there. But we know that this is true because we've seen people, the phones being confiscated. So phones inside jails do happen. You can get anything from an iPhone to a designer pair of shoes. It just depends how much you're willing to pay. There's a premium of that jail tax you pay, and then you can get anything. And in a way, the law supports it as well. Because if you look through the jail manual, it says, if you're under trial, which means you're presumed innocent, you're legally allowed to maintain your lifestyle which you've had outside, right? This is something that the law says. The only thing is the jailer or the superintendent of police becomes the boss and what he allows. So with lots of influential people, they turn a blind eye. And maybe, obviously, Lawrence Bishnoi and his gang, they are influential. And now there's a lot of scrutiny. But how is it that he always gives interviews, right?